Virgo is precisely where the path to protection opens. Stop. Don't watch that video yet. This week carries a decision that your body already senses before you even admit it in words. There's a place, a person, a situation that insists on calling you back, and you know exactly what it is. If you ignore what I'm about to show you, this week will pass like all the others, and you'll go back. Again. Do you know that weight? It arrives at night when the house is quiet and your phone feels heavier in your hand than it should. It arrives when you drive past that place for no real reason to be there. It arrives disguised as longing, but it's not longing. It's an old calling trying to resurface before it loses its strength forever. There's an image I need to show you now, even if you don't yet understand its weight. It's the skin the snake leaves on the ground after crossing to the other side. Thin, empty, with the exact shape of the body that no longer exists there. Keep this image in mind. We'll return to it before the end, and you'll understand why it is you. Perhaps you already know this, Virgo, even before I finish speaking, but sometimes we need to hear aloud what the body already knows in silence. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why your body responds, even before your mind accepts it. You'll discover the name of an ancient mechanism that pushes you back to the same place, even when you swear to yourself you won't. You'll see yourself in a mirror that has existed for much longer than you imagine. You'll receive a visualization to cut the thread that still binds you to this place. And in the end, Virgo, you'll hear from the universe itself that the door you didn't open again was proof that you've grown enough not to need it anymore. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try to move on, there's an energy of envy and drain surrounding that connection that weakens your peace every time it comes close again? What if what you call longing, doubt, or just one more conversation is actually an invitation to see this story from a completely new perspective? Many believe they just need more time, more patience, one more chance. But what if the real turning point begins when you understand the 12 laws of the universe that help your zodiac sign overcome spiritual envy? Now think about this. What if every message you didn't answer, every route you avoided, every silence that felt like betrayal but was actually protection, and every time relief came too quickly only for guilt to erase it? What if all of that hid a lesson you hadn't yet realized? What if understanding these laws could give you the strength to uphold this decision without having to justify yourself to anyone, not even yourself? While searching for answers to this, I found this digital book called The 12 Laws of the Universe that help your zodiac sign overcome spiritual envy. More than just a book, it brings together teachings and exercises to help you understand why this siege insists on calling you back, break the karmic contract that still binds you to that place, and shield your energy so that what is approaching this week passes and no longer reaches you. Many Virgos are already feeling this relief, but access to the digital book may be taken down at any time. It's available in the first pinned comment. Don't wait for another week to pull you back to the same place. Click now, download your copy, and discover why Virgo's freedom was never about returning. It was precisely in the silence of those who chose not to go back. If that first word touched you in any way, write, "I'm not coming back" below. Not for me, but because another Virgo who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to reach them tonight. There's a name for this force that's calling you back. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I only know that it has a deadline, and that deadline is this week. Stay with me, because the path to getting out of this for good is starting to open up now. There's an old name for it. Look at your shoulder now. Does it feel lighter or heavier when you think about that place? Don't answer yet, just look. There are 4 signs that prove this calling isn't what you think it is. You've picked up your phone at 11:14 p.m., your finger hovering over a name. your chest tightening before you even decide to write anything. This isn't nostalgia, Virgo. It's the field trying to pull you back to the old bond before it loses its strength completely. You've driven past that place for no real reason, just to feel again what you felt when you still belonged there. That's not nostalgia. It's your body revisiting a contract that's already expired, testing if the door still opens. Have you ever rehearsed a reconciliation phrase in the shower that you know you'll never say? That's not maturity. It's an old habit dressing up as kindness to keep existing inside you. And you've felt the relief come too quickly after saying no, and then guilt comes to erase all that relief. That quick relief was your truth, Virgo. The guilt that came afterward was just the siege reacting. You called it longing, but the universe called it a siege trying to close in. You called it weakness, but the universe called it a body remembering the price you already paid there. There is a path of protection, and I will open it now, before the name, before the word, because whoever bears the weight of this siege needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay, and it is precisely here that the path to protection opens up. Let me tell you something I learned carrying this same weight. Nobody teaches you that there's a deadline for these things. We think we can come back whenever we want, that the door will remain ajar forever. But every time you almost replied and didn't, every path you avoided taking, every silence that hurt as if it were wrong, that wasn't indecision. It was your defenses trying to survive one last attempt at reconciliation. But what if the big turning point lies precisely in that revelation you haven't yet been able to apply? Every unanswered message still weighs heavily. Every avoided path still hurts. Every silence that feels like betrayal is, in fact, pure protection. And every time guilt has extinguished your relief, something important within you has remained unanswered. While trying to understand why this pattern kept repeating itself, I found this digital book called The 12 Laws of the Universe that help your zodiac sign overcome spiritual envy. It doesn't promise to erase what you felt. It teaches you to understand the patterns that make this siege persist, to break the cycle that binds you to that place, and to strengthen the energy you are already rebuilding on your own, even without knowing what to call it yet. What keeps calling you back isn't inviting you. It's testing whether you've already forgotten the price you paid there. Remember this phrase, Virgo, because it will serve you well after this video ends. Many virgins who went through that same week discovered through these laws that the cut doesn't need to hurt to be permanent. And access to this protection isn't permanent. This cosmic configuration isn't waiting for you, and the door that opens now doesn't promise to open again in the same way. Don't wait for the next call to catch you off guard without understanding what's behind it. The complete protection that only this path maps out is just a step away from you, and it begins exactly where today's doubt ends. And now, with the path before you, the name descends. It's called Karmic perigee. It's the exact moment when an old cycle comes closest before moving away forever. And that's why this week is so heavy, Virgo. It's not because that place has become stronger. It's because it's at its last point of contact before losing access to you altogether. There is a snake that sheds its skin. It feels the different air against its new body, looks back and sees the old skin still shaped like who it no longer is. It doesn't return to wear what has already died, even feeling the pull of familiarity, even recognizing its own scent in that remnant of skin on the ground. That's exactly where you are now, Virgo. That place only exists in the form of the skin you've already left behind. The universe isn't asking you to hate the person who stayed behind. It's only asking you to stop wearing a skin that no longer fits your current body. There is a man who endured this same siege for months, always with a last conversation that was never the last. Until one ordinary week, without any warning, he simply didn't respond. Not out of anger, out of weariness of repeating the same ending over and over. In a few days, the weight around him shifted. What had previously pulled him down stopped pulling him down. Virgo feels that same tiredness now. Deep down, Virgo already knows the answer, and it is for this Virgo that this week exists. Notice where you are right now. Is your chest lighter or still tight? This feeling has a name, and its name is a ready decision waiting for permission. The deepest truth lies ahead, and it has your name. There are 3 forms this truth takes in you, Virgo. The first is the guardian of the threshold, the one who blocks the automatic return before you even realize you were going. The second is the silent witness, the one who observes the impulse to return without judging, without punishing yourself for feeling. The third is the bearer of the new skin, the one who upholds the decision in the following days, even when longing strikes again. Pay attention to your posture right now. Are you slouching or stretching upwards? This week's crowning achievement isn't an event, it's this small change in your body right now. I know that sticking to this decision alone seems harder in the first few days. The silent shadow of that place will still knock on your door, especially at night. But sticking to the decision not to return doesn't require more strength than you already have. It only requires a protective map to navigate without getting lost again. Don't wait for homesickness to take over again before finding that map. It's already available to you with the same name I told you before. Let's reaffirm the promise I made to you at the beginning, Virgo. You were going to discover why your body already knew the answer before your mind accepted it. Now you know. There are 3 tactics that close this door for good. The first is protective silence. I don't owe an answer to someone who already has the answer. Put your cell phone away in another room at night. This is the action that supports the statement. The second is cutting the route. This path is no longer mine. Change the route that passes near that place, even if it's longer. Physical distance teaches the body to let go before the mind. The third is the new skin. I only wear what fits me now. Wear something different on the day that decision truly takes hold, a physical milestone to separate who you were from who you are choosing to be. When his name appears on the screen, when the old route calls you back, when guilt tries to erase the relief you had just felt, these are the 3 moments when the siege attempts to react. And it is precisely there that the complete map of protection against perigee makes the difference between giving in again and upholding what you have already decided. I'm not rushing you, I'm warning you. Don't expect the next perigee to find you without this armor. Straighten up, Virgo. We're not finished yet. Close your eyes if you can, or just let your gaze fall. Feel the weight of an old skin on your shoulders. It hasn't been yours for a long time, it just hadn't fallen yet. Feel it sliding slowly down your back, your arms, until it falls to the ground behind you. A warmth rises from the nape of your neck to your forehead as the air in front of you changes temperature. The smell of that old place fades slowly, and in its place comes a cleaner air, more yours. Let go now of everything you still carry from that connection. The unanswered message, the avoided route, the painful silence, the guilt that erased the relief. You don't need to go back. You don't need to go back. You don't need to go back. Activate all 3. The guardian who is already standing on the threshold, the witness who no longer judges what you feel, the bearer of the new skin who is already clothed, just waiting for you to realize that it is you. Before sealing this, write below the name of someone you're carrying on this journey, or if it's for yourself, write in 1 sentence what you're hoping the universe will give back to you. I'll read it. And you won't be writing this alone. Don't release that energy yet. We're not finished. Stay with me. This week covers 3 areas of your life, Virgo. What you carry in your heart at night, the path your feet insist on taking without asking your mind's permission, and the voice you rehearse in the shower for someone you may never hear again. I saw you. I saw you looking at that name you kept hidden, feeling the old weight trying to settle back on your chest. I saw you deciding quietly without announcing it to anyone. And I also saw what comes next. The silence slowly returning the space that place occupied, without haste, without drama. You're not the Virgo who needs to come back to prove they care. You're the Virgo who already understands that caring about someone doesn't require you to erase yourself for them. That's the truth this week carries, and it won't repeat itself in the same way. It was while trying to understand this same pattern that I found this digital book called The 12 Laws of the Universe that help your zodiac sign overcome spiritual envy. It exists to support precisely this new skin you've just put on, so that yesterday's heavy gaze doesn't find space to settle on you again tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow to test the decision you made today without first protecting yourself from it. This setting doesn't wait. Access to this protection may not open up in this way again. If this video resonated with you today, I only ask one thing: subscribe to the channel, because the next turning point might arrive sooner than you think, and I want to be here when it does. And the next time I speak to you, Virgo, I'll show you what happens to those who chose to return, even after hearing this, and the exact price the siege exacted from them. If you want to remember just one phrase from this night, remember this one. There is a great secret of spiritual envy, and it begins exactly when you stop wearing a skin that is no longer yours. The skin that's left on the floor won't come after you, Virgo. It never has. Now, you can let go. You are a Virgo. You see what others haven't yet noticed, and what you decide this week will shape the rest of your year.